Hello, Geminis. How you guys doing? This is Heyoka Empath Tarot, ready to do your reading for the month of May. Hope you guys are excited and ready to see what Spirit and me have in store for you guys with this reading. Thank you guys for always tuning to my channel. And furthermore, we're gonna get straight into the reading. Ooh, I feel a lot of tension, a lot of stress happening for my Geminis out there. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you for connecting to all the Geminis out there in the world. Like I said, guys, these are timeless readings. It may happen, it's going to happen, or it has already happened before. So, like I said, these are just general timeless reading collectively to all of my Geminis out there. And like I said, if some of the messages are for you, take what messages that pertain to you and leave the rest for any other Geminis in here. Because like I said, that's just a collective reading, yo. Collective reading. Thank you so much, Spirit. Now let's connect to all my Geminis. Angelo, please use me as a medium to give me the high vibrational information need regarding Gemini and their life path and whatever Spirit wants to let me know about you guys. Okay. So I feel like a lot of you guys are heading in the witching hour. From you guys that are very spiritual, or you're very close to God, or whatever it is, but you have a really strong faith. And the fact that the girl and then the snake came out is because like you're trying to set the bar up for yourself, and it may feel discomfort at first. You know, you may have a lot of things that come out of nowhere, but it's not like anything nothing that you can't handle. Like I said, as long as you have healthy boundaries, you know exactly what you want for yourself. You don't need to worry about the when or how it's gonna happen. It's good. If you feel like this is the thing that's gonna destroy you, it's not. It's just gonna amplify your resolve and what it is that you're trying to cultivate. Because sometimes when we hit a brick wall, sometimes it's how you see the wall, because there's always some way of getting over a wall. You just got to figure out what is the right approach and what will do the least amount of damage to the wall and allow you to penetrate through without any hesitation or any awe. But for the most part, I do feel like you guys are very content and excited about a new chapter in your life. You're finally feeling like you are doing something you feel like you're finally entering in the right direction. And that's probably why the girl in the snake is just here to remind you, like, life is tough. Don't think that just because this new adventure is not gonna provide a lot of satisfaction, or all your answers are gonna be answered. No, that is done with your shadow work and your resolve and what you want to do for yourself. Because just because you move into a different environment, just because you move into a different job, you're not going to have any problems. Of course, you're going to have problems. Problems are going to always arise with life, but it's how you deal with them is the difference. And so this is where Spirit's going to test you in the month of May and see if you are truly ready to venture outward, or as I say, are you truly ready? You know, a lot of you guys are feeling you feel like this is the right approach for you. You feel like there's a lot of stress in your jobs, or your relationships, or maybe a lack of relationship too. So I do feel like that's going to also be rising as well. Just enjoy what you need to do for yourself, and remember, just because you have to do it, you have to play your cards right. You know, I don't see the hand of the card here yet, but you got to really deduce what is really important to take care of now. Is paying your bills more important than having fun or going out, or is it nice to just always saving your money but not going out? So it's about balance. It's it's prioritizing your life. You know, you need to make sure that you are constantly feeding all momentum in your life. You know, love, friends, family, career, job, priorities. You got to figure out what's the right priority for you right now. So let's see what's happening here. Spirit wants me to do these cards. Let's see. Ooh. These two cards came out. All right. So I feel like there is, it's about multiple choice. That's what I've been sensing. I feel like you guys are trying to make good decisions, and you are trying to prioritize what is important, but it's going to be a multiple choice scenarios because of the month of May, because you wanted to change your avenue. You might be changing your career entirely. It's going to have some major setbacks, but it's not something that you cannot handle. You can easily handle any setbacks that happen. It's your approach and how you're going to do about it and what you're trying to do for yourself. I do feel like that something may be returning to you in this month too. So it could be a person. That's why usually whenever I've done tarot reading for a long time, and every single time that I've done a reading for somebody, my friends, family, or any Cotton Eye Joe, whenever this card ever pops up in a reading, in their reading or my reading specifically, or any type of reading that I see it means that this is an important caution. Be cautious, because somebody that did you wrong is coming back, or maybe it's understanding the difference between being used and being charmed. So, boundaries are very, this is where you got to put your foot down on a lot of things, because just because somebody wants to come back, or somebody you haven't heard from in a long time, not everybody comes back in good intentions. That's why you got to prepare and not just willy-nilly let anyone back into your life, especially if they done some damage to you. Let's see, hold on. So yeah, I do feel like some of you guys are very single, lonely, or maybe you're just enjoying your solidarity because you're trying to look for something different. But there is someone who is thinking about you and is craving you. They're craving you, Gemini. They're craving you a lot. They're having some withdrawals, some drooling in the mouth. So if you give good sex, yes, awesome, because they're thinking about it right now. Let's see with the romantic angel cards. Let's see what's happening. So, like I said, it's gonna be decision after decision, and I feel like once you make these critical decisions in May, it's also gonna let you know how the rest of the year is going to be, because you're making a life-altering decision. You're changing your pace on what you're doing in your life. So there's going to be a lot of setbacks that a lot of you guys are anticipating, but there's going to be a lot of setbacks. I'm not going to lie to you about that. I'm a Gemini, and I already know that I'm getting setbacks as it is. But it's how you approach the situation. If you approach this situation with poise, position, and don't think with your heart, think with your mind, I think you'll deduce that you'll make things work. You'll make it work for you, and on top of it, you may get something more afterwards. So the reward is there. All right. I hate when these cards do this. Spirit, come on. Don't be like that. So I really feel like you guys are really trying to cultivate something new. Something that is exciting, that'll make you feel alive, it makes you feel playful. You're just trying to recapture all the heavy loss that you've experienced and all the setbacks that you've experienced. So these setbacks are going to be different. It's just going to test your resolve. It's going to test your sterner stuff, and how you've been preparing for this moment to change, and now the change is happening. So the spirits basically is just making sure that you analyzed everything correctly, and you still make those same decisions after your shadow work. So be optimistic. Don't let things control your emotions, okay, guys? Like, don't let other things control your emotion, because if something has control of your emotions, they have control of you. They know exactly what to do, how to push your bubbles. And that's probably why someone wants to come back into your life, because they want to see someone wants to come back in your life because they miss you. They miss having you, or they miss the time that they used to spend with you. And I don't think much has changed in their life, but maybe their attitude on how they perceive you now may be different, or they've actually had some time to think about all the stuff that they did to you in the past, and now they're ready to engage with you, and they're ready to talk to you. They're ready to kick the can with you. But like a spirit's telling me to just be cautious, and when it comes to these people coming back, just make sure that you ask your support system. You ask them, lean on your support system this month, because this is gonna be the end of all. And I'm not saying it's gonna end your life. I'm just saying that because you're changing your stability and you're heading into a different direction, that's why the resolve is changing, because they see if you learn from your past mistakes, or if you learn from taking in too much before you can, you have so little. So if you can work with what you have and manage to keep your stability afloat, then you're going to be good for the rest of the year, because you already know that you've learned your lesson. You've surpassed the breaking point. And that's why that's why this month is so important to you guys, is because these are like peck hittings to see if you got what it takes. And if you're willing to take if you're going to keep doing the same, okay, you've been working hard at this point to get to where you're at, okay? So now that you are actually trying to strive to something that you enjoy doing, you have to make sure you take everything that you've learned and keep at it. Be persistent about it. So that's why Spirit is saying that this month's going to be about testing your resolve. Let's see. Yeah, because this is a new beginnings, you're going to have some more growth coming in. For some of you guys, I feel like you're going to have some money changes. Like I said, or this person that's coming back maybe ask you for some help, some money. I don't know. It's interesting, because, you've already felt this discontent in life right now. You're not going anywhere in your life right now. That's why you're changing it. But don't stay in this energy all the time, okay? Learn to be more positive. Be more aggressive, but righteously, not fake or fear or anything like that. Anything that you put, any energy you put, any negative emotions, it's never going to always end up well. You're going to always feel like this. Feel discomfort. Feel like you lost sight of what it is. You already know what you lost sight of. That's why this card came back, because now you're ready to embark on what you desire for yourself, and by sacrificing everything that you've been doing, now you're going to tip the scale into you're going to finally tap into what you desire for yourself. And so Spirit's just saying, be careful. Just, if you remember everything that you put in work the last few years, and put it into what you're doing now, yes, you're going to struggle for a bit, but it's nothing you can't handle, okay? It's nothing you can't handle. So hot, cold, but I feel like somebody's coming back around because they made a decision. So whoever ghosted you, or whoever you had this hot and cold relationship, it could be a situationship, it could be a friend, it can also be an ex-lover, or it could be a family member trying to getting back in your good graces. I feel like someone wants to get back in your good graces, because they, like I said, they're thinking of, so there's somebody that's really thinking about all the good times they've had with you. And this is someone from your past, because usually when the Three of Cups come out, it's about memories. Memories, like looking back, appreciating all the good times that you had, that you are embarking on something, and this also represents, this is a signal, it's affirmation that you are changing your life and you're starting anew. And the good thing about it is that good things are coming in whether you believe in me or not, because you've already acknowledged, you've accepted the truth about how you've conducted yourself over the years, and now you're going to change it. You're going to change it because at the end of the day, you're going to keep, if you don't change it, you're going to keep on feeling stuck. You're going to feel like you're trapped. And opportunities are going to just fall apart. So I do feel like someone really wants to come back. They're ready to actually engage with you. They feel optimistic that that you may want to talk to them, or maybe because you're transitioning into a different phase, you may actually encounter someone from your past when you move to that location or that new environment. You're going to find out that there's somebody that you already know from the past that you haven't heard from in a long time. So it's going to be like, tippy toes here and there, but nothing you can't handle. Like I said, as long as you have healthy boundaries and you stick to what you've been learned, everything that you've been doing for the past few years, you'll be fine. You'll be really good. You'll be ready to go. But I do also feel like, because a lot of you guys have been single for a long time, this may also this may be a chance for you to actually experience a relationship or someone that really admires you and likes you. Not saying the past person. That could be a case for some of you guys. Like I said, take the messages where they belong. But I do feel like a new love. You're gonna meet someone very new, and it's gonna feel like magic, because you know exactly what you're looking for in your life now. You're looking for somebody that values you, that appreciates you, and that wants to meet you in the middle. Cohesion. You're going to be different from them. They're going to be different from you. But as long as there's mutual understanding and respect for each other, and you're going to grow from this. And this could be also someone offering you some loving. Some loving. We having to dream. Some loving. I don't know why, but I feel like this is a musically inclined situation. So it's like those great duos that, meet each other for the first time, and they always don't agree with each other because they're so strong-witted, but then they realize that they have more commonalities than they realize, and that once they get to know each other, it brushes everything off and they really get close. So I feel like you're going to get really close. So wherever you're going in this new adventure, you're going to meet some really interesting people. But not only are you going to meet an interesting person, you're going to meet another person that really may not is rough on the edges, but they really want to stand out in your life. And maybe that's probably why Spirit's telling me to let your friends help you out with this decision, because I feel like, for some of you guys that have been single for a long time, like this is the first start. This is the first time you're actually you're gonna be like in a relationship with somebody, or start that process again. So you don't want things to rip tides right away. You're gonna be very cautious, and this person's just gonna be relaxed. This person's gonna look. This person really admires you, and usually the Nine of Cups is one of them. Out of all the nights, this is the best one to get. Because this person is genuinely what they want. Like, I'm not saying they're a genuine person. I'm just saying they generally are gonna be who they are when they talk to you. They're gonna approach you. I'm not saying this person's sincere. I'm not saying this person's an asshole. I'm just saying that they are going to shower you with gifts. They're going to give you amor. They're going to be like, yo, I like you. Let's go on a date. They're just gonna be upfront with you. And their intentions, their intentions are good-hearted, some of them could be just for sex, but then it may lead to something more. But I'm just telling you right now, there's someone that you're going to meet in May that is going to entice you. It's going to make you, you're going to make some really decisions, because this is actually supposed to happen because you haven't experienced a great love life in a long time. For a lot of my singles out there and people that have chosen to be isolated, but someone's coming to open that part of yourself again, and it's going to help you transition even better with your life. Um, who is this person, Spirit? Let me see. Who is this person that is Gemini going to encounter in the month of May? Oh. Who is this person that Gemini is going to encounter? So yeah, because love life has been sucking. Like, you've been keeping close to yourself, and you've just been sleeping alone at night because, I think that's part of the journey as well, is actually accepting love in your life. So this is actually supposed to happen. So you're gonna meet someone very new, or you're gonna re-encounter someone that you didn't expect to see, and maybe things are gonna take. So there's two things I'm seeing. Either some of you guys are gonna reconnect with somebody that may introduce you to someone that you might actually start talking to and start casually dating, in May, towards the end of the year, or someone from your past is going to apologize to you, and you're gonna see where things go, and this may actually open yourself up, because maybe this is just they haven't expressed how much you mean to them, and they want to let you know that you mean the world to me, and they really want to apologize to you. So I'm getting that two aspects of it. When the love life, I do feel like there's someone out there that does want to reconcile with you, and they do desire this very so, because nothing in their life has panned out, and you're always on their mind. So if they, it's like they're killing two birds with one stone, okay? But I'm going to leave the reading like that. Thank you, Gemini, so much for staying tuned. This is Heyoka Empath Tarot. This is a collective Gemini reading. Thank you guys so much, and signing off.